Day 3. Andy has not got to go to work today, so he's going to your favourite and mine, the bike shop, Lewis. Due to Big Brother Motovlog sanctions, he's got no money to spend on anything, but he's going to go and have a proper good feel of some new kit anyways. So yeah, off to the bike shop. Although not purely a leisurely jaunt, I am actually mainly going because I want to start getting an idea of how much it's going to cost to actually register this bike in Germany, so I can keep it here long term. Because the German equivalent of the MOT laws is a lot more strict here than it is in England. For example, if you have any kind of aftermarket parts, handlebars, mirrors, it has to have been tested and shown to comply with the German road safety regulations. And if it hasn't, you have to pay for it to be tested yourself, and then you'll be presented with a certificate that says that it complies with the rules and regulations, and you have to keep this certificate with your registration of your vehicle for the rest of its life, the rest of the time you want to be using those parts. And I'm very disappointed that I actually have to remove my rental handlebars, which I like so much. It'll make the bike so much more comfortable, give me so much more leverage in the steering as well. But anyway, I have to take them off because in Germany, rental handlebars are only really sold for the off-road market, so they've had no road safety testing whatsoever in this country. So these perfectly adequate bars have got to come off and be replaced by something which has the relevant certification. I don't know yet whether that would be going back to standard bars or just buying something locally. Either way, it's a bit of an annoyance. I've just made the bike perfect and now I have to change it again. Obviously that's it's the lesser of two evils when compared against selling it and buying a whole new bike. I mean, for a start, I'd have to go back to England to sell it. Who's going to want to buy an English registered bike in Germany? And after that, I have to change the mirrors because mirrors have to be E-marked. Again, for the same reasons. They have to show that they've been tested, and these mirrors aren't E-marked because I bought them from some dirty backstreet Chinese eBay vendor. So these mirrors have probably killed babies or something in their past. They're way unsafe. I mean, I was ready to accept them. What matters to me is what they do, not what they've done. But that doesn't matter. I've got to change them. So I'm just going to have a bit of a look and kind of get an idea of what stuff's going to cost. I mean, this is before I start to take into account the administration costs involved. We'll see. But let's be honest, it is a good excuse to go and have a look around the bike shop as well. The dream is that I'll be able to pick up a set of mirrors at least from the flea market, the floor marked. Although because of the massive sale they were having on last time, I have a sneaking suspicion it might be either empty or gone. It felt very much like a closing down sale when I bought these jeans. These very jeans on my legs right now, actually. Again, we'll have to wait and see. It's a funky old machine. Look at that. How cool is that? Citroen HY. Very cool. Very cool indeed. Vidiot Stilo multi-wagon, another one. Barely ever see any of them, and the minute I've sold mine I see 2 in a week. Unbelievable. Hey, all the stuff I said about traffic yesterday, take it back, this is horrendous. It's only 4:15. Nice chap. Bloody roadworks, bloody everywhere. Gericke, a big glass building, and strangely smells of watermelons. Why does it smell of watermelons? There's a monkey bike tuning service shop. How much power can you tune out of a monkey bike? Got this horrible left turn coming up here now, well, depending on how they've changed it with the roadworks since I was here last, because that was 6 weeks ago. Could have built a whole new junction by now. I want to go over there. Don't put your feet down, 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 don't put your feet... Ah, it's always just as you put your foot down. Bastard bloody traffic lights. And brake on. So there she is. So I managed to get away from Lewis without spending any money. Miracle. Look at this beastie. Another one for you, Binkelhofer. Seems wherever I go, I see the bike that you want. And I've got to say, you have got good taste. That is a beast. Oh, there you go. He is loving that. Nobody looks at my bike. Nobody looks at you, do they, Polly? You have inner beauty. And you were cheap. I'm going to need some keys to start this bike up. Did I put them? So the main reason I didn't spend any money is because it scared the shit out of me how much I'm going to have to spend to keep this bike here. Oh, Zephyr 750, nice. Because I also forgot about how I need new indicators to go with my summer fairing. More to follow on the summer fairing in the near future. Think of it as Polly's bikini. Polly's getting her belly out. So it's looking like minimum 45 euros for the bars, 60 euros for the mirrors, because they're fairing mount. So I've got to buy a pair of mirrors and the little adapters to attach them to the fairing. Many of you are chiming in right now saying, why don't you just put standard Yamaha mirrors on? And there's one simple reason. They are absolute toilet. And it would be more useful to screw a couple of bog brushes onto the fairing to see behind me than to put on standard Yamaha mirrors. Especially as I have slightly wider than average shoulders. It's no problem, son. When I had them on to begin with, it was like doing the funky chicken just to see behind yourself. Spending, spending, spending. So day 3 finishes with a little bit of a downer because of what's ahead. Still, we'll figure it out. I also realised this morning that my stupid Tutoro top up, turn on, ride off is what it stands for. My Tutoro chain oiler, the twin nozzle feed jobby, committed harry-carry again. But the annoying thing is it made the ultimate sacrifice somewhere between Holland and here. And as a result, my chain went dry and it spat out a couple of O-rings. So that's going to be a new chain in the very near future. Extremely disappointing because this one isn't even a year old. More money. A silly little car over there. Actually looks small next to a smart car. To the left is the Elster. Or the Bin and Elster is the more central section. We'll be seeing more of that when I put together a little tour video. And yeah, it's nearly 6 o'clock. That shop is like a time machine. No filtering on a bike. It's just depressing. As I said to Blah-de-Blah 52 this morning, it's one of the single greatest freedoms of having a motorbike is, as he said, you're stuck in traffic and I'm not. But here I am stuck in traffic as well. Though he doesn't care. Yeah, it does happen then. I haven't been being as naughty as I thought I had. Nice bit of Triumph action. They sound great, those triples, don't they? Throbby but not thumpy. It's a terrible slogan. Triumph triple. They're throbby, not thumpy. That feels like it's going to rain again. The weather in this place is more changeable than England. I never thought I'd say that about anywhere on this planet. It's a nice machine. Couldn't put panniers on it though. Oh shit. You alright, pal? Oh, unbelievable. That's a terrible shame. I want to kill that. Yeah, do we want to lift it up? Oh, I think I've got involved with this now. The joys of having a camera, eh? Well, everybody seems to be okay. So, a little bit of excitement on day 3. Luckily everybody's alright, chap's okay. I imagine his pride is absolutely battered. Apparently he had new brakes fitted 10 kilometres ago, and when he pulled the lever, nothing happened. I think more likely he was admiring my beautiful phaser in his rearview mirror not looking where he was going. But that is pure speculation. Didn't expect to see that today. Such a nice bike as well. Looked like he pretty much got away with it damage-wise as well. Bit of scuffing on his bar ends, I think maybe a scratch on the tank, but nothing was broken. Oh, look at that. Whoa. V10 and all. The interesting thing was that although they both were keen on taking my name and address, neither of them really addressed the fact that I've got a high-definition video camera attached to my bonds. Yeah, maybe they're just being super polite. Didn't want to draw attention to it. Like if I had a big mole, a video recording mole on my face. There's a pair of eyes on the back of that car. That's freaky. Look at that. Weird. Oh, this car's from Milton Keynes. Another Mini? I wonder how many of these Minis are the same one, just going round and round and round. Well, that's day 3 all done with then. Ended a lot more eventfully than it started. See you in a second, thanks to the magic of video editing trickery, for day 4. Good night.